Welcome back, guys. This is BinaryGuy10, and back in my Minecraft cave. I've went ahead and finished up putting all the chests down since last episode. So these are all, like I said, all crafting tables across the ceiling. Makes it really easy to find one wherever you are. Let's see, this is where it goes on up to the next level. Let me go ahead and just hide those. Oops. Hide those off so we don't just see the edges of the crafting tables. Alright, I was getting ready to do a little kind of a secret project here. It's always good to have a hidden chest somewhere, so keep your diamonds in it. So there's the awesome pick we enchanted last time. And I'm going to show you how to do just kind of a really simple chest hider. So right there we have a sticky piston, and you can see where it's sitting right there. What I'm going to do is take a block, put it in front of that, and then right up here, this is right behind the piston, I'm going to put a redstone torch around the side of that block. And what that'll do, it'll power the piston and close the door. So let me get this all closed up here. I'm going to put blocks there and there, here and there. So around this side we have a pressure plate. So if I throw a piece of wood on that, that turns off the redstone torch and opens the door so we can access the goodies. And then as soon as we take that block off the pressure plate, it'll stop. Alright, so pressure plates are sometimes a little suspicious, so what we want to do is actually put a painting over the top of it. So we're going to get right there on the corner of the pressure plate and put a painting. And let me find one that I like. Let's look for a nice 1x2. That's a little big for that wall. Alright, that's pretty cool. So we take this, we can still throw the block through the painting, and that will power the redstone still. We can come down here, pull out some diamonds, go make some stuff. Oh yeah, there's my couple of silk touch pickaxes. Pull out your diamonds, and then whenever you're done, you walk around here to this side of the wall, pick your block up, and that'll close the door. Blends in perfectly with the wall. So that's just kind of a cool way to hide some of your stuff, especially if you're going to be getting to it a lot and don't want to have to break the block every time. Alright, so like I said, I've been kind of cleaning up in here. Actually, let me go ahead and get rid of these torches since we don't need them anymore. We have jack-o'-lanterns in the floor, so no torches in this room. And what I'll probably try to do as we keep going is maybe use more redstone lamps and pumpkins, and just to keep there from being torches all over the place. Okay, so last episode I said I was going to go ahead and get rid of all these reeds and make room for either a reed or melon farm. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just put a melon farm together. I'm going to make it semi-automatic. It'll run off a button push, either button or pressure plate, one of the two. And I'm going to build it in this area. And I'm going to build more or less a melon tower. So I'm going to build 2 of them. And give me just a few minutes. I'm going to kind of hollow out this area, get some enough room to build in, and I'll show you what it looks like once I get a little bit more work done. Okay guys, we're back. I've hollowed out some of this area, and I've kind of laid out some plans for how I want it to work out. So I'm going to put one of the towers over the top of this water block, and so I'm going to plant the melons on the corners here, so that means the melons will grow here on the flat areas. And what we'll do, we'll set up just some regular pistons behind each one of the melon locations, like so. And the dirt block was just for placement, so I'll get rid of that. And then, so the melons will go right here on the flat areas, and then whenever we push the button, the pistons will push the melons off the side of the block and down the hole into the water stream and right out here to me. So let me go ahead and get the next one going here. It's going to fit right over the middle of this stream. So again, same setup. Put the pistons around. One here and here. And then get rid of the dirt. Okay, so this is how the basic way it's going to be laid out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a button right here. The nether brick will just make it stand out a little bit better. So what I'm going to want to do is put the torch on the back of there. The torch is going to pass the signal over here to this redstone. And what I want to do is pass the signal on across to this area. So these two torches are going to be off, which is good because I want to invert the signal. So if I put a torch here, 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 and I actually need to invert that one more time. So if I put, there we go. That's what I want. Alright, so when you push the button, this will go off, which will turn this torch on, power both of those blocks. Okay, there's the first 4 pistons going. Let me go ahead and wire up these 2 over here. Alright, so that should power those 2. Let me run a wire around. Back that up. There we go. And the reason I'm going around here is if I run the wire straight, this torch right here will actually power that wire. So I need to run around that block. And let me invert the signal here. Run a couple more pieces of redstone. Okay, so that should have these 2 ready. Okay, so all 4 of this side is powered. Now time to run it around over here to this side. And see, this block is powering this piston and this piston. So I just need these 2. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm a little constrained on space because of this wall right here, but I may have to let it come out one more just so I can get around it. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to figure out where to send the redstone around here to get this one last piece done. Okay, I got it figured out. What I'm going to do is just run a wire around the backside here. So I have this torch right here that's going to be turned on. Just run the wire around right through here. Right into this block. I'm going to put a torch on top of this one. Put a block on top of this. Torch. And a torch. Oops. Oh no, I'm stuck. But both of these pistons right here are pushed, so I'm going to have to invert that signal again. Not quite. Alright, so I put a piece of redstone here. Get rid of this one and this one. I'll just put the... There we go. Run the wire here and here. Alright, so they should be pulled, retracted. Okay. There we go. Aw, the water stream decided to give me my redstone back. How sweet. Okay, so now everything is retracted. Let me just put some light in there. Alright, so just to recap. Well, let's make sure it works first. So we're going to push the button. Alright, and every piston pushes. So, you push the button, this torch turns off, which unpowers this redstone, which turns this redstone torch on, which powers this repeater and that redstone right there. And I could use a repeater or just redstone dust. Redstone dust is cheaper, and I'm a little low in redstone right now, so that turns both of these torches off, which turns all four of these on. And then the signal from those torches comes around here. This one turns on, this one turns off, so then these turn on. And then the exact same thing happens on this side. So the final state is all of these torches right here that power the pistons all come on, and the pistons push off whatever's in front of them, which in our case is going to be a bunch of melons. There we go. Fun to watch. Alright, cool. Like I said, I'm running a little low on redstone. I'm going to show you how the pattern's going to repeat, and then I'm going to have to do some caving after a little bit and get some more redstone in order to finish this. Alright, so you put one here and one there. And then we can put another block on top of that. 2 more of these. And that's going to let us repeat the cycle. So every 2 blocks, we're going to be able to repeat this cycle. So what I'll do is I'll just put down another layer of dirt. So here, here, here. And so whenever we push this button, we'll be able to see those top ones fire too. Yep. Because again, this torch right here is going to turn this one off, which with those 2 right there be turned on. So I can do that in that corner, this corner, right there, and also that front corner right there. And I'm thinking about putting about maybe 7 layers on these, so 7 layers on each side. You can have the potential for possibly up to 4 melons per level. Most of the time you're only going to get about 2 or so before the plants think that they're tied up. Because one of the plants, if a melon grows like right here and you have a plant here and here, it's going to try to tie to both plants are going to try to tie to that one melon. So usually you'll only get 2 per level. So if we have 7 levels, so 14 areas times 2 would be up to 28 melons. Generally you'll get about a stack and a half of melons on a full harvest. Alright, so that is how it works. I'm going to go ahead and spend a little time and get this finished up, and I'll get back to you once I have a little more done. Okay guys, and we're back. I have had a chance to do a little more progress on the melon farm. As you can see, I went ahead and put a wall around it. And here's what it looks like from the side. You can see it's already grown quite a few melons, so I haven't harvested it in a while. So you can see right here what I was talking about, where the plants go on the corners, and then the melons will grow in the middle there. Now because both of these plants are tied to a melon, there's not going to be a melon growing on this one square. Alright, so let's go ahead. Enderman. Oh wait a minute, never mind. I put that block there, trying to get the grass to grow across through here. I'm sorry, Enderman. I did not mean to blame you for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and run a harvest, and let me just toss what I have on my person right now. A lot of times I push it twice because sometimes when it breaks, the melon will fall behind the piston and not actually get pushed off. But most of the time the second press will get all those taken care of. Alright, so right now I have about 3 layers, and that got me almost a stack of melons. So when I get another 4 stacked up on top of that, we should be in pretty good shape. So yeah, each layer looks just like this. And then I have the 2 of them beside each other. This is the pattern that goes all the way up for the redstone. And it's these right here on the outside of the block that power these pistons, and this on the outside of this block powers this piston. These torches are just to keep the current going up in the proper order. So it keeps this one off, this one's on, and this one's off again, which is exactly what we want. Oh, also I started a chicken farm. And I'm not sure how many of these chickens you can fit in a cauldron. I have about 6 or 7 in there right now, and that one sitting there on top does not want to get in. So I may have reached the limit. If anyone knows what the limit is for chickens in a cauldron, let me know in the description. Or in the comments rather. Nothing. Oh well. So I'm running a little low on pistons, so I'm going to make another stack of them. I actually just did some caving and found about 4 or 5 stacks of redstone, about 20 diamonds after Fortune 3, and some other just good resources. So, a stack of pistons. Awesome. I'm kind of liking the design out here in the front. It kind of makes it looks like there's more of a factory machine type feel to it. And there's the viewing window. I use the upside down stairs to kind of make it a slant going up. Let's see, this is just after 2 or 3 more minutes, and it's already had a chance to regrow several melons in there. Yay, melons! I also put some lights here and to give it a more lit up feel without throwing torches everywhere. I like the style. I'm not sure if I totally like it or not yet. I may eventually move it one over. It would take a bit at this point, but let me know what you think. If you like it here, or if you'd rather move it over a little bit. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and put the next several layers up on top of this farm. Oh, that one just grew. I saw it. Gonna go ahead and get the next several layers up on top of this farm. Like I said, I'm going to try to get to about 7. And right now I have 1, 2, 3. So I will give you an update once we get back from a little more building. Alright, and there it is. I've got all 7 layers finished up. I'll take you up to this side. You can still kind of see through the edge here. It goes on up for another, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's all of them there. Let me go around the other side. We can actually go up inside it. It's pretty close quarters, so you have to do a little bit of maneuvering around, but I left a little bit of room to get inside. A lot of my redstone builds wind up being pretty cramped, very compact. So you can see all the way down through there, and the pattern repeats itself all the way up with the lapis there on the back. I use that for the torches, make them stand out a little bit more. Alright, so what I'm probably going to finish up doing is putting in this wall as all the stone brick, finishing that up. I realize that no one's probably ever going to see inside here, but I still want it to look nice. It's just kind of the way that it works. So, go ahead and start filling this in. Of course, leaving myself a little bit of room to get out. And I'm out of stone brick for now. Well, that's what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and finish the stone brick up, and then we'll run a harvest. Okay, so I finished filling in all of the extra stone bricks inside of there. Made it look nice. And like I said before, you can't really see in there, but from some places you can kind of see the walls. And I went ahead and left this viewing area in over here. So there's some places that if you get in just the right places, you can see over there. So there was a reason behind putting all that stone brick in there. Alright, so I have some empty space in the inventory. Let's go ahead and do a full harvest. It's been probably about 10 minutes since I've harvested anything, so it should have plenty of time to have totally refilled. Alright, so let's see how much we get. There's one stack. Alright, so 1 3/4 stacks. That's nice. And if it had pushed everything off, I feel like it would have almost made 2 stacks. You can see in there just a couple of little places where there's 1 or 2 melons just didn't quite make it down. Another thing I went ahead and did around here was some landscaping. Put in a little extra lighting. And these lights are pretty easy to put up. All you have to do is the way I do it anyway, I just put a glowstone or a redstone underneath. So the light's off now. As soon as you put the piece of wood back, you're powering that block, and then the light comes on. Really easy. That's the way I do most of the lighting around here. It's either powered under the floor, or in this case I didn't really have an easy way of powering it from underneath, so I just powered it from the top side. And so right above this one block there is just a lever attached to it, and that power of the block which powers the lamp. So I put a kind of a pattern on the side of this wall to kind of break up the just straight lines, so this gives it more of a diagonal feel to it, a little checkerboard pattern. And this just goes on down to the mines. I'll make that look a little nicer later on, but just for now it looks good from up here. Alright guys, so that is my melon farm, and that is pretty much complete. I've not quite decided if I want to move this stream over by 1, and the reason I would do that would be just to center out the button on top of the stream instead of just beside it, because it's kind of skewed to the left side now, so I'm not sure if I like that or not yet. Alright, so the next project, I'm going to go ahead and build the reed farm. And what I'm thinking is just cutting out kind of a circle here and making a tower or a cylinder shape all the way up to the ground up there, putting a dome on top of it, and then putting the reeds in circle or concentric circles all the way down to this level, and again setting it up where I can just press a button, harvest them all. Now it won't bring them all to one central point. What it'll do, it'll basically leave a circular pattern of reeds on the floor. It shouldn't be hard to pick up. It'll just be a matter of running around in a circle and you'll have them all. And I think that'll give it a pretty cool effect. I haven't quite decided how big I want to make that circle yet. I'm thinking 14 or 15 blocks wide, and I don't even know how many reeds that would give me. I have not done those calculations yet. Oh, by the way, I have several more chickens that I was able to fit inside this cauldron. So you apparently can fit a few more. Let me see how many eggs I got. Pretty easy to get them in there. You just throw eggs into the corner until you get chickens. Oh. And all these chickens have such a hitbox that a lot of times it'll push them off the side. So these are the ones, you know, I'll let them grow up, and then chicken meat. Alright, well, that is a full episode for me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here for the night. It's starting to get late here. If you have any really cool ideas for the reed farm, let me know, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Alright, well, have a good day. I'm out. Thanks.